Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. And goddamn, I have a headache. I hope you're well, man. I really do. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Remember, we've stopped the name thing. Please don't be offended if I don't yell your name. I doing that for reasons, but also, man, I have a fucking headache. I've had a rough day. I woke up early and I never got a nap. And I was really excited because I worked my ass off and got myself a video out. And man, I was productive today. Well, I got productive right around the time all hell broke loose on Twitter. So I come back from making my video and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's Vox Adpocalypse trending over on the Twitter machine. And I'm like, well, that can't be good. And so I clicked on it and wow. We'll cover what all happened with that in just a minute. Before we get there, I have to do something. There's a birthday, a very special birthday in our chat. I don't have any of the guys here. I wish I did. You're gonna get my shabops. And this one's for you, Prospero. I love you, sweetie. I really do. Happy birthday to you. Ooh. We're going to try that again because my voice broke. Right? I was going to do the shabab. You deserve better than that. Let's try again. Happy birthday to you. Shabab. Happy birthday to you. Shabab. Happy birthday, dear Prospero. Shabab. Happy birthday to you. Shabab. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I love you, and I hope you have a great day. I really, really do. Yeah, you are a sweetheart, and I wish nothing but great things for you. That's not the sentiment I have about all people in the world. I'm not one of those people that's like, I don't hate anybody. I try not to hate anybody, but there's some people I can't help but hate. And today on that list is that jackass from Vox. If you didn't watch my video and you haven't seen what's been going on, we'll do the short version. Carlos got mad. He said that for 2 years, Steven Crowder's been obsessing over him and harassing him. And so Carlos cut together a video that Carlos himself said contained all of the insults that Crowder threw his way. In 2 years, 2 years' time, that equals less than 2 minutes. But he bitched to YouTube. YouTube said they'd look into it. And then, what is today? Today's Thursday. So on Tuesday evening, YouTube came out on Twitter and said, this wasn't a violation of the rules. Not a violation of the rules. There might have been some hurtful stuff in there, but it wasn't a violation. And they left an uh-oh at the end. We're looking into his channel. We're looking further into his channel, and we'll update when we have more information. It's like, ooh, that's not good. And I said that as soon as we read it. I'm like, oh, fuck, something's up. Something is going down. And that came down today. YouTube demonetized Crowder's channel. They said they did it because he sells a shirt that says, is it socialism is for figs or is it communism? I think it's socialism is for figs. Which everybody's like, well, you know what that really means. Like, okay, I know what it says too, because I can fucking read. It's a good thing I don't care about monetization on these streams, because oh damn, I'm gonna probably fucking rant a little bit on this. So we're gonna get into what YouTube did there in just a little bit, because the Crowder situation is not exactly the same as the overall adpocalypse that's going on right now. A bunch of creators got either completely demonetized. Not like my videos where they get that little yellow symbol on them, but I can still get super chats. No. They got completely demonetized. They can't make any money off their channel through YouTube, at least. Which, thank God, there's things like Patreon and Subscribestar, and of course, Streamlabs. Which, if you'd like to support me, please do so through Streamlabs. I really appreciate being able to. What's the word I'm looking for here? No, I don't want to say that. I appreciate the support, any support you guys give. But so Sinatra Says, friend of the show, good friend of mine, got completely demonetized. And they just get this kind of generic email that tells them, you've been a bad boy, and go over to your creator studio and we'll tell you what you did. Now, I haven't got to talk to Sinatra to know what his said, but Tailed Feature got hit. Tailed Feature, one of the nicest fucking guys I know. He makes silly song videos on his channel and does some streams. But it turns out he did a video where jokingly he did a salute. You know the salute. I'm not going to say it because I don't even know if with the rules today, I don't know if we're allowed to say it. But he did the salute, and that video got hit, and he has to take it down. And if they clean up their channel, take care of all the bad problems that all the problems they have, then they can reapply for monetization in 30 days. Now, this I don't think that change came because of Carlos. Carlos is a douche nugget, but he was whining about homophobic things, and YouTube went after supremacist things. That's what they mostly seem to be going after. People they thought were white supremacists or in some way related, did some kind of content about the other N-words. That's what I'm going to call them from now on. The other N-words. I don't even want to say it. I don't know. I don't know if we're allowed to. I don't know if I'll wake up tomorrow and like, oh, you said that word. You said the other N-word. And be like, wow, damn it. But this is a true story. There was a channel that got struck down, lost the channel. It's a channel that archives historical videos so teachers can use them in classrooms. And because of what happened between the end of the 30s and the mid 40s, he had certain videos on there that YouTube's new whatever the hell it is, we're like, oh, you support the other N-words, you have to go. Somehow somebody got through to YouTube and like, look, you guys made a huge mistake here. And so they reinstated him. But they still made him take down a video. They made him take down a goddamn video. It's a historical video. He's got thousands of videos on his channel. By his count, he said only about 10% of them pertain to the World War II era. And they made him take one of them down. Like, Jesus, what the hell are y'all doing? Now, there's been some argument over whether or not Carlos caused this. This is just my guess, y'all. I don't know. But my guess is kind of. I think YouTube had this in the works, and they decided to drop it because of the Carlos situation. I think we were probably a little bit out from them actually implementing this. And they're like, well, this is going on anyway. Let's do it now. Again, I have no proof. It just makes sense that they would do it that way. That way they can go, look, we're taking action against the hateful speech out there. Now, Carlos is still mad, man. Carlos didn't get what he wanted. Crowder got demonetized. Crowder absolutely got demonetized for a shirt he sells, the Socialism is for Figs shirt, and for 2 videos. At least last we knew. Crowder did a live stream today where he talked about all this, and they were getting some information live, and the last we heard, there were 2 videos that they had they'd flagged. Well, I wonder if I'm allowed to excuse me. I am so sorry. That is so unprofessional. But then again, I am the least professional monkey on the internet. Anyway, there were two videos. One from 2017. And let me bring it up because I wrote these down. I want to make sure I get them right. This was called, he actually gave the name to that one. It was, I got rid of it. Crap. Anyway, it was a trans troop band or something like that. And it featured Blair White. They brought Blair White to come in and talk about trans issues. That video got struck. They don't give a reason. Just that video got struck. Then another video from 2015. 2015, y'all. And it was a video with a survivor of the rape gangs over in England. And it was, the UK. And it was titled something like rape gangs in the UK exposed. And they got struck for it. Now, the funny thing about that one is that is a video that had already had to go through the verification process. See, if one of your videos is either struck down or demonetized or claimed for copyright, any of these things, you can file an appeal. And this one had been struck down for some reason before, probably for monetization. And they appealed it. And YouTube said it was fine. Hi, Jack. How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Whew, I got a headache, and I'm building up to a rage.
Oh,
talking about the Vox adpocalypse here. Just going over the details of what happened today. So, this is a video from 2015 that they had already verified once that it was okay to be on the platform and to be monetized. And today they decided, nope, that one's not good. You gotta get rid of that. So somebody like Crowder, and we talked about this previously, he's going to be okay. Even if he can't ever get monetization back, he's going to be okay. However, most other creators are not. Most of them are fucked, man. If this is your job, you're fucked. And I know there's people, go get a real job. Some of us can't, motherfucker. Oh my God. And so I finished my video and I do the premiere of it. And it actually worked out well because my video, that whole thing, that one line at the end of YouTube's bullshit, that this doesn't break our terms of service, but we are still looking into his channel. Like, fuck. And if you watch my video, you'll see I knew it was coming. I knew something was coming. I talked about it last night. I knew something was coming because they don't leave it open-ended like that normally, especially not with "we will keep you posted." Some people enjoy doing this enough to have left their real jobs. That's true, Geodes. I almost called you Geodudes. I did, actually, I think. But there's a lot of people out there who's like, YouTube's not a real job. Go get a real job. Shut up.
Real jobs blow. Why would you want one?
Oh, shit. If you can do this for a living, why wouldn't you? If you enjoy it, I mean. There are channels out there who are just screwed, man. I don't know Sinatra's financial situation. I don't. I do know this is how he pays his bills. This is how he eats. This is how he takes care of his kids. One step too far. Yeah, this is a real job. People don't look at it that way. They don't. They really don't. They're like, you're just talking. You're just talking and making videos. I've never heard him say that about, Tom Brokaw. That's not a real job. Oh, fuck yourselves. Sorry. I'm on a roll here.
No, you're good. No, to sit down and actually edit a video takes a lot of work. And you have to record it. Some people write scripts out. You still have to do all of that, and it takes time. You have to review things and make sure like the articles are in order, get screen grabs, whatever. It's time consuming.
And you know what? You have to be entertaining. Whether it's in an educational way that people are like, oh, I learned a lot from watching that. You can't be putting everybody to sleep while you're doing it. Yeah, I hate that. Get a real job. Fuck you. Fuck you and your real job. Anyway, what was I talking about? I got sidetracked by the real jobs.
Well, there's a lot of people that make good money on here, so
oh yeah,
you probably could make more than your average whopper flopper.
Well, it does depend on how successful you are. There was a woman responding to something old Carlos said, and Carlos was talking about. Carlos was mad, y'all. Carlos was mad. He wanted Crowder gone. He wanted him gone. And when he didn't get his way, he's like, "How dare you? He can still, how dare you? He can still make money off his mugs and his t-shirts." That's my voice for him, by the way.
It's way tougher than he sounds.
Well, look, I don't want to be accused of being stereotypically gay.
That's true,
and I feel like that fits. Anyway, he's bitching because Steven's still going to make money, and this woman chimes in. I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, and I've made less than $2,500 from ads or from revenue. YouTubers make all of their money from t-shirts and merchandise. Like, bitch, please. I went and looked. She doesn't have a single video with more than 1,000 views. Well, I'm sorry, with more than 2,000 views in the last week, or in the last 6 videos, whatever it is, the clump at the top.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at a full page of her videos, she has one that has like 6.7 thousand views, one at like 4,000 views, and everything else is less than 2. I'm like, bitch, you don't have an audience big enough. Steven Crowder gets millions of views. He's over 1 billion views overall. You have no idea what kind of money he's making, you silly twat. Oops.
Yeah.
Let me take that back, YouTube. I'm sorry. You silly ninny. Is that a good word?
I have no idea anymore.
You silly ninny. There's no comparison. Some people, believe it or not, make a bunch of money off their videos. I ain't one of them because all of mine are fucking yellow circled. But I have talked to some creators, and I know some who make $100 a video. I wish I made that. But yeah, that's a living right there. You make $100 a video. You make a video a day. That's what, $3,000 a month?
Yeah, that's pretty comfortable for somebody that sits around at their desk.
Right. And that's not counting, residuals month over month. That's, usually I'm offended by the word ninny. Sassy, stop it. No, you're not. By the way, Jack, say happy birthday to Prospero.
Oh, happy birthday, Prospero.
I don't know how I got, man, I'm all over the place on this thing because I'm just, my brain fried today, dude. I get out of making my video and I see all this, and I see Sinatra got hit. I see Tailed got hit, and I'm like, Tailed got fucking hit? I'm gonna die. They're gonna just blast my channel.
Yeah, why did Tailed get hit?
He did a salute, and I'm not saying the kind of salute, use your imagination, but he did a salute jokingly in a video. And from what we're hearing, YouTube is not making any distinction between a joke and real rhetoric.
That's foolish and dangerous.
It's I almost said that bad word. It's regrettable.
It's special. The kind of needs that are special.
It's ninny herpes. That's what it is.
Ninny herpes.
They can't get mad at me. That's not a real thing, is it?
I don't know.
Anyway, so yeah, man, I see this and it just starts to sink in because Lady Monkey makes decent money, but we do rely on what I make on YouTube. We do.
Yeah.
And if I lost that, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I would do. I honestly don't.
Be pushing those t-shirts more.
Phew. Yeah, guys, buy a t-shirt. They're down below. There's also a Streamlabs link. Hit that motherfuckers. Polly, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Had a rough day, man.
Yeah.
And I was just explaining the roughest part of it. So I'm sitting here and Lady Monkey gets home because she's having to drive to the office for 3 weeks for training. She gets home and she comes over my shoulder and how you doing, sweetie? I'm like, I really don't even know. She goes, well, kiss me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot to kiss my fucking wife. So I turn and kiss her and I explain what's going on. And she, oh, okay. Well, did you get hit? I'm like, no. She goes, I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm like, I'm not. But I just start getting nervous. I just start stressing, which I don't stress. And I don't handle stress well. I don't. When I start getting stressed like that, I don't know how to handle it because I just don't get that way. And it's dinner time. And I get called up to dinner. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to take bites of food. And it's spaghetti, one of my favorite goddamn foods. And I can't eat it because my stomach, which I can't even normally feel, is in knots. And like, I need to relax. And I couldn't. I didn't. You know what made me relax finally?
Heroin?
YouTube. YouTube and quiz.
Oh, glad to help.
Yeah.
I was trying everything, man. Everything. And I saw you guys run. I'm like, I'm going to go listen to the guys. And I'm sitting there listening. I'm playing around in your chat. And finally, I just... Sassy said that's probably where your headache came from. I'm sure it is. I'm sure that's where it's from. That's why it hasn't gone away yet. It's still a stress headache, and I'm still coming down.
So did you have any demonetized videos? Were you part of the purge?
I have not been so far.
Okay.
But it's been my experience that in these things, it takes a couple of days for everybody to get their due. So we'll see over the next couple of days. Polly, say happy birthday to Prospero.
Happy birthday, Prospero.
I did your shabop earlier.
Oh, I missed the song you guys already sang.
I sang by myself because I found out right before the stream and she was here, so I sang to her. But this is still going on. It was, how long ago was it? Let me find that. Where's the one? It's where I tell YouTube they're fucking stupid. I just have to find it.
Well,
give me a sec.
I think they're really hurting themselves because when they platform people like Sinatra, he's got 140 some thousand. The super chat money that he gets is, they do that to enough people. That adds up.
Yeah.
It does. And they hit some fairly big creators.
That's just foolish.
I can't remember if Dankula got, I know he didn't get kicked off, but I think he did get demonetized. That's another big channel, and Dankula pulls in a lot of money in super chats. Yeah, guys, if you didn't know it, YouTube takes 30% of all super chats. So if I make $100, they get 30 of that. Which, I mean, I have no problem with that, with them, getting part of it. It's a much better deal than the ad revenue one where we only get 60%. And they give us the crap ads if you're not a giant gamer or toy channel or dude putting on makeup channel kind of thing. But just a few hours ago, YouTube released another official blog. Explaining today, y'all. Explaining it. And I'm not gonna read the whole fucking thing. I'll put the link in chat if you guys want to peruse. I like that word, peruse. But there was one part of it. Where's it at? I gotta find it because oh my god. It was so dumb it actually hurt my brain a little bit. Okay. Even if a creator's content doesn't violate our community guidelines, we will take a look at the broader context and impact. And if their behavior is egregious and harms the broader community, we may take action.
Oh.
Did you catch all that bullshit?
Yeah.
Just wait.
whatever, whenever, for whatever reason. Like,
Yeah. In the case of Crowder's channel, a thorough review over the weekend found that individually, the flagged videos did not violate our community guidelines. However, in the subsequent days, we saw the widespread harm to the YouTube community resulting from the ongoing pattern of egregious behavior, took a deeper look, and made the decision to suspend monetization. None of his videos were bad, but when we look at them all together, it hurts the community.
Well, that's all that wrong thinking.
What in the actual fuck? I was like, are you serious? You put this out? You wrote this, thought about it, and said, yeah, send that out to creators. That ought to help settle them down. You know,
it's just another way they can punish the creators and inevitably hurt themselves.
Look, Sofane put out a tweet, and I agree with it. He's like, look, everybody needs to calm down before, this actually turns into incitement. Because there's some people out there losing their fucking minds. And believe me, I understand. I do. But people need to calm down before somebody gets hurt.
Yeah. Well, that's the inevitable conclusion, isn't it? Because you start poking people enough. This guy's proud of what he did. And you're taking away people's money.
You're taking away people's livelihood.
Yeah, they don't appreciate that. And somebody that's slightly unhinged is going to do something stupid.
Yeah, and you're not just, when you take away somebody's money, you take away their ability to eat, to feed their family, pay their bills. Like, what are you? Anyway, Miles Kinslow, thank you so much. Hey, Monkey, does anyone want to make money anymore? I do not understand. Hope a bird flies by and shits on Vox Carlos Maza's face. Leftist bastards. Yeah. We'll talk about some leftists in a minute. Some of them got hit and they are not happy at all. You don't calm this was supposed to be a blog post did I say thank you to Miles? Miles, thank you so much for that. I don't remember if I said thank you, but I really, really do appreciate that. Was very generous of you, sir. This post, that's not how you settle people down. It's really not. And I wrote a thread to YouTube, and I know they're not going to read it. I hope they do. Occasionally they do. I really hope they do. And I just explained to them, look, I don't like the changes. I really don't. But if you tell me what they are, I'll play within the rules. That's fine. My biggest problem, though, is they change the rules suddenly, abruptly, and they enforce them retroactively.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got to purge all them wrong thinkers before they hide their evil ways.
Well, they went through, and for a lot of people, they told them what videos they had to get rid of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so give them a week to get rid of those videos, and then if they don't comply, fine, slap them. But before then, the one Crowder video had already been reviewed. And many of us have had that problem before, where a video's been reviewed and it's been monetized, say, and then there'll be some new damn change, and that video that had already been reviewed gets reviewed again and shot the hell down.
Right.
Do you think this will reflect poorly on that potential antitrust thing that's coming up?
I don't know. I can't imagine it's going to look good. I can't imagine it's going to look good. Part of the problem with this is it's hard to tell how wide it is. There's a lot of big names who are hidden here, but we're not seeing like we did with say the first Adpocalypse, where everybody just got hit with it. Everybody's videos got the little yellow circle and all that. I don't know how far and wide it is. And for the record, guys, this is why I don't think Carlos is as involved as it seems. I think he's involved. I think he's the trigger here, but I think they were going to do this anyway. And part of the reason for that is that a bunch of lefties got hit. Kevin Logan got hit, man. He got demonetized.
I don't know
They
why I
hate
found that funny, but I
potatoes?
do. I mean, oh no, those $3 a month he makes. What's he gonna do?
Yep. Potato Boy got hit, and he is not happy about it. He's like, "What do I have in common with Crowder?"
Oh, thank you, Terry Diamandis. Might as well donate with, well, people I like or still have channels. Yeah, no shit. Thanks, man.
Cryptic, thank you so much. I canceled my YouTube Red, and I won't give them $1 in super chat ever again. Scribe needs a Streamlab. I am done with this shit. Thank you so much, sir, and I appreciate it. If you can donate over there, I really do appreciate it. I know there's a lot of people who can't because they do donations with credit cards, and I only take PayPal. And the reason I do that is because some credit cards, with some credit cards, if I take a credit card payment, they get my docs information. And I don't live in a big city. You get a little bit of information on me, and you can find me pretty quick. So unfortunately, I can't do that. So I do appreciate it if you can do it over there. If not, I understand. Ramen says YouTube Red and Premium Tube are really good. If you like them, I'm not telling people to stop. I'm really not. You do you. Like I said, I'm not joining the boycott on Netflix. I like Netflix, but I certainly understand people who are upset by this because it's garbage. Oh shit! I forgot to send the link to Dax. He never shows up anyway. Nah, that motherfucker works too much. AP, thank you so much. Have some fuck you Google money. I appreciate it. And you know what? Fuck you, Google. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I've ranted about this a little bit today because, man, it's pissed me off. But we'll see what happens in the next few days. I think that's going to be the answer to how bad this is. Because, like I said, they usually roll these things out slowly. Usually, they hit the big creators first, and then they start moving to the rest of us. And I don't know. I just don't know how many other people are involved. So we'll see. Good show tonight, gentlemen.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We had some technical difficulties, but
Yeah,
I saw that. That sucked because I told you guys one of my favorite parts of the show is the pitch, and you guys couldn't do it because the damn screen being stuck on Polly.
Yeah.
They've had some weird problems the past week or so.
Well, see, that's another reason I think that this wasn't just Carlos. I did tell people that I thought that we were in trouble because anytime that kind of issue happens on YouTube, a change comes that fucks creators.
Yeah.
Every goddamn time. Real quick over on Streamlabs. Thank you, Terry Diamandis. I had YouTube Premium because it seemed like an easy way to make sure people I watch actually get money when I watch them. Since they're all getting demonetized, what's the point of keeping it? Yeah, that's the thing. Because you don't even get your YouTube Red revenue.
Yeah, that was a good idea to pay people through YouTube Red, where you get at least something.
Yeah, and it's a much more democratic system.
Yeah, because then you just have to watch, and then you don't have to sit through an ad.
Yeah.
So, and you're helping out the people you like, and they're going about this like they hate money, and it's just a big middle finger virtue signal. I can't talk. I'm so angry about it.
You're not wrong. I mean, I've heard a lot of theories, and a lot of them make sense to me. I think it was Medicare who was talking about Silicon Valley. They saw what happened in 2016, and they're not going to let that happen again. I can kind of see the point there. I don't know if I'm quite that conspiratorial on it. But we have seen, I mean, we can't have fake news spreading. Goddamn, in their fucking, it's pissed me off. In their fucking blog post, the first one today where they told us what was happening, they said if there's video that's not quite fake news, but it's kind of on the edge, if it's borderline, they might put a reputable news source. What's the word they used?
Reliable.
No, it's not that. Fuck, I can't think of it.
Fact-checked kind of thing, or trusted, verified.
Those are all synonyms for whatever the word was.
Yeah.
Yeah, a trusted one, like a news, like a known news source, like
MSNBC,
like are you kidding?
or Salon.
Like, those fuckers get caught faking news more than we do. And they fake news more than Joey Salads, man.
No, see, they're on the right side of history. See, I think part of it is that there's an ideological bent to it, and it's...
Oh, there it is. Authoritative news source. That's what it was. Thank you, Judge. Authoritative news source. Yeah. What it said was
more like
authoritative source, like a trusted news, or God, what was it? Authoritative site, like a verified news source, like that, something like that. Basically, mainstream media. Thank you so much, Cryptic. I gotta refresh this. I'm sorry. Fuck Gmail too. I'm going back to Proton Mail. Understood. Yeah, Polly.
Yep.
I am really, really, really gonna get my ass in gear on this fucking podcast. Because I don't want to be dependent on this shit, man. It's too untrustworthy. That's the problem. I mean, it's great while it works, but it is. I don't trust YouTube anymore. I don't trust them. And the whole reason is that the fact that they change the rules and then apply them retroactively. That's what I can't trust about them.
Well, I think they've lost sight of what made YouTube popular to begin with, was people making their own videos. And they've lost sight of that and gone for this corporate angle, getting these late night talk shows and whatever. And they think that the dying television media is going to be way more important to people, and they're trying to force it on them.
Terry asked me if I make a podcast, will I need a more consistent schedule? Not necessarily, no. What I can do is I will make the podcast like I will make it still like this. You guys would never know the difference. And what I'll do is I'll take the recording from that and upload it at a regular time on the different podcast sites.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about schedulers.
Yeah. Ramen and Lunchables for the pissed off host. Thank you, Prospero, for pimping me out. Don't forget to pimp out the gentleman too. Guys, support. Go ahead.
I was just to say she's doing a good job.
She's a sweetheart, and I love her. iTunes is dead. Not really. iTunes itself, yes, it's dying, but they're making a new system. It's going to be the same thing. They're basically just changing the name, and it's going to be integrated better into their tablets. I think it is. I forget what they're still going to have it. It's just not going to be called iTunes. Isn't Monkey in the Morning a podcast? Kind of. I mean, you can just listen to it because we don't do a lot of visuals on here. But what we're talking about with the podcast, you actually upload the audio so people can download it and just listen to it. With Polly, you're more. You actually listen to podcasts, right?
I do.
What would you say the difference is?
Functionally, when you've got a podcast, is nothing. The answer is nothing. There's no difference between a stream and a podcast in terms of listenability. The difference between a podcast and a YouTube live stream, let's say, is accessibility. When you go through iTunes or you go through the Google Play Store, right? They're just they're organized differently. You can download them. You can set up notifications when, like, let's say, so Ranting Monkey is over on iTunes, right? And you click on the iTunes store, And then Ranting Monkey will be there, and all of your podcasts will be listed, how long they are, like all, how long each individual episode is. You can download them. You can set up a notification. You can set up auto downloads where it'll download it into your iTunes as soon as a new one becomes available. You can set up through your Wi-Fi that it'll automatically transfer it onto your iPhone or iPod immediately. So you see what I mean? Like, that's just all accessibility stuff. It's not
the show itself wouldn't be different. It's just where you could listen to it.
Yeah. Podcasts are just easier to get a hold of, easier to organize, easier to change around. A lot of people only listen to them in their car, and they've got their iTunes hooked up in their car, synced with their home stuff. It's all just about syncability, accessibility, rateability, and all that other stuff. But it's still the same listening to three jackasses on the internet talking. Unless, of course, you're doing a video podcast, and there's a video element to it too.
And you're just spreading out the locations where you can be found.
Yeah, instead of going to YouTube only. Yeah,
I got a Streamlabs here from Geodes. Watch out, Jack. You may be targeted by YouTube for your reptilian comments. Don't worry, we know the truth. Thank you, sir. I'm glad the truth is out there. And
over on Streamlabs Cryptic again, thank you so much. Fuck Google and fuck Polly for not having a Streamlabs, fucking dumbass. That's what it says. That's what it says.
Well,
he's working on it. He really is. So give him some time. Give him some time. Yeah, man, I'm very thankful for Streamlabs right now.
Ooh. Yeah.
Let's see what 3.5 men. Thanks for clarifying, Polly. Yep. Polly's the one who brought it to my attention. He's like, why don't you podcast? I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? And he walked me through. Oh yeah, that just makes sense.
Yeah, and I know I've said before, Monkey's kind of probably sick of hearing it at this point, but
no,
hold on, give me a second here.
I need reminders, man.
There we go. No,
I forget shit.
There was a spider crawling across the floor. I just had to put a can on top of him. I'm gonna go shoo him outside later. I choose to throw them outside, not crush them.
I crush them.
I leave them alone.
You should see the giant ones I get. Oh my god.
The thing that made it come to my attention where I first started bugging you is because there's a bunch of different podcasts I subscribe to, right? And one of them, the guy made this interesting comment where he said, when you're going to do reader mail, like interacting with your audience, and so he's reading emails at the end of it as he does on every Friday. And the person said, "Why don't you have these up on YouTube for people that want to listen?" He goes, "Can you do that?" I wouldn't even know how to go about doing that. And I was in the middle of doing something and I had to look up and just like, what? Like in confusion, because I'm like, you already have this as an audio file. It's either a WAV file or an MP3 or a FLAC audio file of one kind or another. What do you mean, can you do it? You've already got 95% of everything done. You've got a professional microphone set up and a studio because he's already talked about it. That blew my mind. Now, keep in mind, this is the guy that like a week previous had said he did a one-off 8-minute podcast where he was really, really excited. He was talking like with this, like, really hyper breath that today's the day, guys. I put in my notice. I put in my 2 weeks notice. I'm quitting my day job. I'm going to be doing this full time. And thank you. It's because of your support and your generous ongoing patronage that I'm able to do this through the support of the store, support through Patreon, support all this other stuff. And then he was talking about, I didn't even know how to do this like on YouTube. And I'm thinking, there's an entire universe of people out there that just listen to podcasts and just podcast themselves as creators. And then an entire set of creators over on YouTube that just stream and they don't even know about this other podcasting world. And then there's those ultra rare people like Ben Shapiro who do both.
Rogan, man. Rogan is
the
pinnacle of that, because he's talked about it many times. And what you're watching when you watch him do his show on YouTube is his podcast. He just started doing it on YouTube as well, and that's why there's not a big show to his thing, because it's basically a radio show. You just get to watch the radio show.
Yeah, it's just there's a whole audience that doesn't want to. I don't know. Sitting in front of a computer is not their thing. They don't know about computers. They like being on the go. They listen to podcasts like Ebony listens at work, and some people are on their phone with YouTube, like listening. Other people are just like, I don't know about that whole thing. I just go into iTunes or I go into my Google Play device on my Android and I listen to podcasts. I don't even know about this whole thing that you're talking about. Streams? What's streaming? They think you have to listen live. I've talked to a number of people that there, monkey. There's a funny example of just the awareness that people have. They say, I don't want to have to be forced to listen to a live stream when it's live. The thing I like about podcasts is I can listen when I want and pause it, go do something else and come back. And I'm like,
because they think live. Okay.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just an unawareness. And it's like, man, do them both. Like
that's one thing I do need to talk about. I may have to start taking my streams down. I may need to go back and just delete all of them motherfuckers.
Well, what you do is you download them all and upload them as podcasts.
Yep.
And then just delete them off YouTube.
Well, one of the things that they're doing, man, is I talked about how Tailed got hit, right?
Yeah.
They are not making any distinction between jokes and reality. They're just not. Tailed was a joke, and he got hit for it. And one of the things they specifically mentioned in the first blog post today was saying that women are inferior and therefore shouldn't be able to vote, which is why I am glad. I have always said, well, not always, but I did change my mind, that women should have the right to vote. Remember, that is my official position. I might leave off the end of that from now on. But yeah, that was something they specifically mentioned. Like, are you serious? And you know what really pissed me off about that? That's an opinion. That's a fucking opinion. Most of the people I know who talk about women not having the right to vote, it's not because they think women are inferior. It's because they think women didn't earn the right the way men did, which, by the way, you motherfuckers didn't either, so stop it. But that's their argument, not that women are necessarily inferior. So, yeah, man, you should stream the deletions while you delete them. That would be an awesome stream.
And I mean, there's another thing is that, like, you label it as explicit on both the Google Play Store and iTunes. And then it's known. There's a big red explicit, like on iTunes. I use both, and it's, there's all sorts of content that's fascinating over on podcasts, like for me to listen to and streams. And so it's, yeah, man, there's a chance it won't work, but meaning like you won't gain a footing in the podcasting world. Yeah. Okay. But what's it costing you? You know what I mean? Like, you're already doing it. You're already doing 90% of it by laying down your audio, The
only thing that I saw that it costs, you do need a host for the file.
An online web host.
Yeah. And those can be as cheap as $10 a month, depending on the amount of bandwidth it needs. So yeah, I'm dude, believe me, I'm motivated. Nope says a YouTube exec listens to MIT AM. I wish. Because if they did and they repeatedly listened, that would mean they liked it. And then I'd be safe. Yeah, I just can't believe they're going after jokes. That's the part that bothers me. I don't like that they're going after any speech. But when you're telling me that saying gas the Jews, no matter how you say it, is the same, is fucking retarded. Ooh, I almost said it all the way. I only said tar. It's it's really, really dumb. I'm trying to catch myself with the R word. Why wouldn't AOC debate a Democratic presidential candidate? Because she's not running for the presidency.
If you think about it, this is the Wild West frontier times of cyber stuff, and has been for like 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? So much of it is ad hoc. I remember I was listening to you earlier, Monkey, saying they didn't know it was a problem. Like, why didn't YouTube do something about this before now? Because there's no telling when you jokers are going to freak out over something. So they don't know it's a problem until you jokers freak out. Now it's...
Well, I get what you're saying, but like...
No, that's what you said.
What?
You said that. I was quoting you.
Don't know when they freak out.
Not on this stream. On an earlier stream,
Right.
I was listening to you talk, and you were the one who made that point.
That YouTube did this. What?
That people were coming at YouTube saying, "Why didn't you do something about this before now?" And it's like, because there's no telling.
Oh yeah.
Until you jokers freak out, and make a problem out of it.
I understand what you're saying there. Yes, and that is true. One of the things that inspired what's going on right now was that Soph video.
Yeah.
The one where she dressed as a Muslim and said she'd converted, and the whole uncle thing.
This is the result of indoctrination.
Yeah. You have that. There are still some white supremacists out there, which I'm not going to lie. I don't care if they're on the platform. Argue with them if you think they're wrong. I think they're wrong. They're fucking morons. I almost used the R word again. You know what? Fuck it. They're retarded. And I have no problem saying that supremacists are retarded. But what I want to see is if their supremacy thing goes for everybody. That's my question. Are the black Israelites going to get hit?
No.
I want to know if videos of what's it called, Monty Python, are going to get hit. They used to do Nazi sketches. Oops, the other N-word sketches. And I've seen them online. You know, they're anyway. Real quick, I want to answer Terry. Terry's asked us a couple of times. Will I do this with Lords of the Night as well? No. Lords of the Night, that would not work. I mean, it would work if we were all on like one channel, like Minions of the Zoo are. But since we are each on our own channel and each monetized, there would be no good way to split that up. So unless we each had our own channel doing it, or that just causes too many problems. Don't mix money and friends. Don't do that. So yeah, it's one of the reasons that I got excited about even this was an accident. Monkey in the Morning was an accident, and it might turn out to be a good accident. What was I going to say? Oh, with the whole thing about, not knowing when they're going to freak out. It's not just that we won't know when, or that YouTube can't know when they're going to freak out. It's that the bar keeps lowering.
Yeah.
And when the first thing came out, it was actual ISIS videos. Coke was on actual ISIS videos. Coke was being sold on a song with the dreaded N-word in the title, which actually they clarified. It is okay sometimes to use racial slurs and slurs against women and stuff like that. You just can't do it very often. That's in their fucking blog post. I'm not sure I trust them on that though. They didn't give us like a number. How many times can you drop the N-bomb before it's too much? How many times can you call somebody a T-Watt before? I don't think their censor will catch that T-Watt before the algorithm goes, too much, bad little monkey. But they did say we can do it. But yeah, they keep lowering the bar. Originally, I mean, yeah, you want to get rid of people cutting off Christians' heads? I'm all for it. That should not be on the platform. That's not an argument. It's not free expression. It's murder. That's an actual fucking crime. You want to get rid of people kidnapping a little white kid in Chicago and beating the hell out of him for a day? All right. I'll give you that. At least the news should still be able to report on it, and those of us who covered it as news. But the person who uploaded, if they had uploaded it, no, you don't get to make money off that shit. Fuck you. But yeah, they're just lowering the bar. I mean, we're to the point now where Crowder has been demonetized because a dude with a lisp got mad that he was called a lispy queer. That's where we're at. That's how low the bar is right now.
Well, when you equate words with violence, then this is what happens.
I did enjoy his freak out. If you guys haven't watched it, you should go over to @GayWonk on Twitter and just read his last days worth of. He's so pissed because he still didn't get what he wants, and he knows Crowder's not going anywhere because Crowder has the money.
He says independent support. Go fuck yourself, gay.
Yep. Nice try, dummy. It's crazy too because Crowder is a lesbian queer. You know, that is a good thing that Crowder brought up, and I did mention this during Lords of the Night. But there is somewhere out there where Mr. Gay Wonk, Carlos Maza, suggested that Crowder was gay, which means either he's trying to out Crowder, which is not a good thing not a nice thing to do, Mr. Gay Wonk, or what was really going on, he was using it as a pejorative. He was using it as an insult. He was using gay as an insult.
You know, well, he was, and you know who wrote, and I didn't realize this until I watched Crowder's like 30-minute video about it today. You know who wrote an article condemning Stephen Colbert for the cockholster comment as being homophobic?
Who?
Vox.
Of course they did.
And Carlos Meza here, 3 hours ago, I just looked at his Twitter. Team YouTube writes, today has generated a lot of questions and confusion. We know it hasn't been easy for everyone going forward. We're going to take a closer look at our own harassment policies with an aim to update them. So Gay Wonk responds to that with, imagine if you just enforce the plain language of your original policies instead of endlessly creating loopholes to exempt high-profile abusers like Stephen Colbert and Samantha Bee.
Oh, you dick. You know what? Because that's that tweet from YouTube, it links to their second blog post today, the one that I read a little bit of earlier.
Mm-hmm.
In that, I'm smart, y'all. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm smart. They explain the harassment policy exactly as I explained it in my video today. There's nothing confusing about it. The only confusion is when you're going in there, reading it, trying to find a way to catch somebody. Because the overall harassment policy says something to the, I should bring it up, but something to the effect of that, you know, you're not allowed to threaten, bully, or incite people on this site. And then it gives, you know, the a list of things you can't do. And one of them is hurtful language. But it's hurtful language within the context of threatening, bullying, or trying to incite people against someone. It's not just calling somebody an asshole. It's telling your audience, go get this asshole. You know what I mean? And that's not what happened. That's not what happened. And it's Carlos, man, you're a fucking journalist. Why can't you read?
No, he's not. He's an activist. But I'm sorry, I just will not hold on to that. Like he even said, if you're a journalist and you couldn't get a hold of me today, I'll try and get back to you. He's a personality and an activist. That guy's not a fucking journalist. Neither's Don Lemon. Oh, by the way,
Sure.
Fuck, we got to talk about that.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, well, let's put a pin in that because that shit did I get happy about that shit. But anyway.
What, worst journalist of the year, Don Lemon?
Yes, that one.
Yes, the worst journalist of the year. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch Ward's video either. Shit.
You
okay.
didn't? So you don't know what happened?
Dude, I got busy.
Oh, fair enough.
I got busy making my video and then all hell broke loose.
I found out about this late in the day, man. And then I was like, Ward can't be the one who broke this story for me. Did Ward actually get me this news before anybody else did? And I somehow missed it up until now. The New York Times will not allow its reporters to go on Don Lemon's show anymore because they consider it too partisan and entertainment.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I did see that news.
And also Rachel Maddow and fucking, what's his name? Tucker Carlson. But Tucker never had them people on anyway. They wouldn't go on there. But
real quick,
Don Lemon, you should see his quotes. There, he's pissed as hell. It's like, what? How dare you say that I'm too partisan and entertainment based?
But he is. Real quick, Terry Diamandis says, if calling people an asshole was harassment, half your audience and co-hosts would have to be removed from YouTube. That is true. And Peter says, who's a clever monkey? You are. You're a clever monkey. Yes, you are. Why are you talking to me like I'm a puppy? Stop it. Anyhow, I'm sorry, Paulie. I just wanted to catch those real quick.
No, that's just it's one of those. The New York Times is clearly partisan. when the New York Times has to publish a piece following 2016 presidential election, how did we get it so wrong, and say we need to re-examine our internal checks and our editorial process to allow that we allowed something like this to happen. That was a moment of ooh for them, like what like of that was a come to Jesus moment for them. You know what I'm talking about? That Southern saying, come to Jesus. Yeah. Like that was a real moment for them. Like where I sensed an actual sense where their editors got together and like, what the fuck, guys? Like this, we look like, not only do we look bad, we must have actually fucked up here. How long did it take for a new mindset to set in? Weeks. That was it. And they were right back on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But so I say that kind of like, I don't know, at least they kind of have the ability to do that when shock hits, because CNN didn't stop for a second. I don't think they're capable of having that moment of clarity that alcoholics have when they hit bottom. And, you know,
I just don't believe it with the New York Times, because if you remember, do you remember when they brought in the public editor, the ombudsman to the people?
Yes.
They brought that position in. Because what the fuck was it that made him do that? They were getting so much pushback about something, and I forget what it was. But it was a few years ago. And you know what? We're going to bring in this public editor so we can get some feedback from the public, and we'll see what mistakes we're making.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a couple of different ones, and the ones who actually tried to, you know, the public's pissed off about this. We seem to be biased in this. Those ones got fired quick. And they eventually got rid of the program. They're like, yeah, this is worthless. This is they do this every now and then. You know, we fucked up. We're gonna fix that. Don't pay attention to what we're doing. So I get what you're saying.
Like I'm not trying to say that they're heroic or anything.
No.
But the point that I'm making is, imagine when somebody who's as biased as the New York Times, that can have a moment of honesty, but then it's gone just a few very short weeks later, and they're saying that they are not willing to lower themselves by going near you.
Right.
Ooh.
And I don't blame them, man.
No, I hear you. It's like you guys have left journalism far behind. It's a talk show at this point, and it's not just some jackass on the internet like myself saying, like, you guys have more in common with The View than you have with journalism. And that's fine, but stop saying I'm a journalist. Stop calling yourself part of the free press. You're not engaged in free press work of journalism as people understand it, as you congratulate yourselves to be the watchdog, the whole speaking truth to power, etc. You're engaged in simply free speech, meaning if you want to call the president, you know, Cheeto man bad and all these things, yeah, of course, that's all part of your First Amendment right. But quit acting like you're doing some kind of public service, because you're not. You're just speaking your own opinion, period.
Real quick, Ramen told us we dropped. Or no, is it Ramen? Who is it? Somebody told us we dropped for a couple seconds. Sorry, that's not us. That happened to you guys earlier too. When Quiz was speaking at one point, you just went flat.
Yeah, and then our video completely died, and all anybody could see was my spectacularly wonderful avatar. But sadly,
before the record, the whole time I was there, that's all I could see.
Yeah, that sucks. Fix your shit, you two.
That's right. Hey, Jack, me and him have been really ranting over here. How you doing over there, man?
I'm doing fine. Just keeping my fans going.
Warm over there tonight?
No, I'm drying out the floor.
Oh, gotcha.
Flood.
Crowder's more of a journalist than the entirety of CNN, and he's a comedian. I'd say they're about the same. It's just that Crowder's funny.
I like how a lot, I'd say 15% of what I've read today has been back and forth on, is Steven Crowder in fact funny? And I'm like, is that what we're talking about here? Because I know lots of people that don't dig his comedy, and it's like, that's fine, but you recognize he's attempting comedy, right? And they're like, well, yeah, it sucks. Oh, okay.
Hang on a second. Over on the Streamlabs, thank you so much, Cryptic. God damn it. Load. There we go. Cryptic, thank you so much. Fuck CNN, fuck ShitTube, fuck it, bedtime. Good night, sir. Thank you so much for your generosity and for supporting all the creators that you do, man. He's generous to a lot of us, and I really do appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Night, Cryptic.
Sleep well, my friend. If you don't think Crowder's funny, watch that apology video.
Well, He reached a new crescendo height of comedic ability on that one.
That
Man.
was fucking amazing.
Keep in mind, one take.
That was
That was
fucking amazing.
That was,
and he only stumbled a little bit.
Yep. And he did, and he fucked it up. And 3 times I think he stumbled, and 1 time he turned it into a joke and riffed off of the fact he stumbled. It was 21 minutes of a solid straight face. He played it perfectly straight.
Yeah, never broke. And I was, I mean, oh my God. And it was fucking hilarious. And the end was fucking amazing.
When he looked back and forth, I could have sworn he was going to go, oh yeah, Carlos Meza. I almost forgot, but he didn't do it. He didn't take the temptation. He just went, nope, that's it.
That's it. And they bleeped out everything but the stuff he said about Meza. I was like, your balls, man. Jesus Christ.
During that giant bleep fest, that fucking killed me because a few words would come through and that's what made it funny. Like, it'd be beep, 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 washboard.
Starfish.
Beep, beep. Starfish. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Starfish, Rear Admiral.
Rear Admiral.
And then the final one, Mexican. I was like, oh my God. Oh, it's so great. So great. Yeah. So look, yeah. I know Crowder's not for everyone. And sometimes he's a little bit too, I don't even know how to say it, too for me. Like when he goes into his character voices, a lot of time he just overdoes it, man. Back off just a little bit. But I still like Crowder, and he can be funny as hell. When the protest that happened when him, Milo, and Christina Hoff Sommers were on stage together.
Yeah. I remember that. Legendary, man.
And he came out and just fucking ripped that crowd. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was great. CNN calling Crowder videos hate videos. Of course they are.
Yeah. No. Shocker.
Yeah. CNN is a bunch of fucking morons. What else we got in our Trigglypuff? Yeah. Crowder would be a great voice actor. I like Crowder's ability to do other voices. He can do impressions pretty well, depending on the impression.
He does an impression of what's his name a little too well.
Shank Euchre?
No.
The Shank thing was funny as hell too. Little uncalled for, Stephen, but still funny.
Yeah. The guy who does the voice for Iago in The Bird.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried. Because for some reason he does Bernie Sanders with a Gilbert Gottfried voice, and he even jokes about it. Like, why do you make it? Because I can do a Bernie Sanders voice. It's just not funny. So I make him sound like Gilbert Gottfried. And he yells it so loud, and Gilbert Gottfried's voice just grates on me that I can't say I'm a fan.
Terry says, I agree with you that Crowder tends to make his sketches too long. He does. A 45-second idea gets 2 minutes. He does, yeah. Like the one video did when they were kissed, that should have been one verse. That's all they needed for that joke. They just beat it down. I just saw a hallucination for no reason. Really? Huh. Don't chase it. Just sit still. Yo, Crowder was a VA? A vet? Is that what he's talking about?
Voice actor.
Voice actor. Oh, okay. Crowder does a good Gene Wilder voice. But I like Crowder's voice. He has a nice voice. It's not as nice as mine. He's a little bit prettier than I am and a little bit younger. He's dedicated. You got to give him that. Yeah, no, like I said, I like Crowder. There's just times it's like, yeah, you're going too long. Back it off. Okay, I was just reading through the chat, making sure we didn't miss anything. Everything about Crowder is amazing. There's times I can't take him, but I'm that way with most people. So, like, I'm still mad at John Ward for that goddamn Harambe video. We need monkey ASMR videos. Ooh, nobody wants to hear that. Who wants to hear that? Hey, baby, how you doing? Because I'm gonna read you dirty stuff. I'm jealous that Crowder was a young voice actor. Who did he voice act for? I don't know what he was in. Anyway, as I was saying, a good stream tonight, guys. I really enjoyed that. Hey, if you guys aren't watching Polly's stream, Polly, where can they find that? Polly, Jack,
You can get it over on Polly's channel at Polydub.
What?
Throw your
Whiskey,
channel link in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was trying to pimp you out, man.
I'm sorry. I was just listening to something really quick, and
Whiskey Theorizes, thank you so much. He says, thank you for all you do. You make my day every day. I appreciate that. That is very kind of you to say. And Jay Mizzle, is an RX 570 a good starter GPU for a gaming PC?
damn it, where's Platypus when you need her?
I can't remember if that's the one Satsu got or not. What is the how many gigs? How many gigs are we looking at? The 570 is a good card, and yeah, it is a good starter card. But what's I'm the gigs on it? How many gigs of memories it got? Evolved Potato, thank you so much. Donation over on the Streamlabs. Monkey ASMR is just something falling down the stairs. God damn it. That's not nice. 4 gigs. Yeah, that's a decent starter card. You'll have to back off on some of your graphics from time to time. Play on medium rather than any of the high stuff. If you went for the 6 or the 8, I don't know if they make a 6 or 8, but I think they make an 8. You wouldn't have that problem. Satsu has the 580X. Okay, so a little bit further along in the chain, but the 570 is not that far behind it. Yeah, for a starter PC, that's fine. Like I say, the only problem you have, you might have to back off on some of your graphics from time to time. Turn shadows down. That's where you. YouTube will be removing your stairs for ableist violence. If only.
Wosley confuses me.
I think Wosley's confused.
Like, because
That
Massive
fucking
Dynamics
tweet.
brings up something that Woz said, and I'm just like, that's the kind of person I'd love to sit down and have like lunch with and just be like, so what's your story, man? Like, like how the fuck do you go from like one thing to another to, I just don't get it. I just don't understand.
I watched his video, how or why did I change or whatever it was, and I didn't hate it. There were a lot of people who had problems with what he said in there. I really didn't. I understood what he was saying. I don't necessarily agree with everything he said, but basically he was saying that he didn't really change, that he was attracted to the anti-SJW movement because of the craziness of the identitarian left, not necessarily that he was against the left, that he was a conservative or anything. And he said he was going to make some more videos to explain it, like 3 or 4. Excuse me. Real quick before I move on. Thank you, Miles. Hey, Monkey, speaking of Crowder, I heard he was a voice of Alan the Brain Power on the animated kids show Arthur, 2000 to 2001. I didn't know that. I didn't know he did any voice acting. Thank you for the donation. I gotta say, I think too often, like that tweet, and if you want, I can pull that up and read it, because he's trying way too hard, and I think that's what happens sometimes. I think he tries way too hard to be a little edgy. This is what he said, guys. Kind of weird listening to people try to float this hashtag Vox Adpocalypse thing, insisting that Steven Crowder was, quote, just stating facts when constantly describing someone as a gay Mexican. Like these people haven't been screaming about the "you're a white male" guy for 4 fucking years. Now, 2 things. I haven't seen anybody say just stating facts. Everybody I've seen says he's just repeating what Carlos said about himself. That's different. The other thing, and it's you're fucking a white male, and it's the way that guy said it that got him so much attention. You're fucking a white male when he meant to say you're a fucking white male. So it made it sound like he was not only, oh, by the way, he's white, and he's screaming at another white guy, and it makes it sound like he's accusing him of being gay.
Well, gay white supremacists are some of the most vicious kind.
So there's a difference there. And you're also talking about Crowder making jokes, and you're comparing that to this guy who was really, really pissed off and just losing his fucking shit and ended up crossing his words. Also, does the brand matter? Like, I don't know how you say that. Versus Dragon, does it make any difference? It can, but I don't know the difference between those. I don't. I use NVIDIA, so what I know about the Radon brand is all from looking up stuff, helping out Satsu, and I'm not as familiar. If I remember correctly, I think the Dragon brand is better, but I'm not sure. What you're gonna do? Look for oh god, I don't remember what to tell you what to look for. You can actually Google it. Just Google the brands, and you'll find people who specifically go through and what's the word I'm looking for? Review those cards. So, and I'm not trying to push you off. It's just that we've hit the end of my knowledge on those things. Sorry, bud. Sorry, Polly.
Yeah.
When it comes to Waz, I really do think what happened was that he got so much shit for being in the Kraut server. He's the one who notoriously told Kraut or infamously, I guess, told Kraut to change the name of the hit list, because if it ever gets out, it'll look bad. And he got so much shit for this that I think he finally just went, you know what, fuck it, I'm coming after everyone else. I can't prove that, but that's kind of what seems to have happened. That's the timeline that I saw.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you see things like this, and it looks like he is just trying way too hard. Fuck hunt. I never know if I'm saying your name right. It says Waz was always an SJW. No, he was. He did great anti-SJW videos, man. And his opinions were never on point. He did a lot of really good stuff. I really think it's sad that he took his videos down. Jay Mizzle, thank you so much. Fair enough. Still love your sexy, sexy voice. I'm glad you do. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you to say. I when it comes to video cards, I tend to go with the highest rated one I can find for what I'm looking for. And like I if you're going to be making videos, NVIDIA has a slight edge on the Radon brand, just because the most of the video programs have a setting that you can put in there to render it using the GPU instead of the CPU, and it goes a little faster. So,
oh, Jay Mizzle paid you $2 to say that they still love my sexy, sexy voice. You didn't have to pay Monkey for that. You could have just said so.
They weren't talking to you, motherfucker.
Yeah, they were. Well, they clearly weren't talking to you.
Oh, I got that voice. Welcome back, Jack.
Thank you,
Jack. Which one of us has a sexier voice, me or Polly? I'm putting you on the spot, bitch.
I don't know. It's kind of a tie in different ways.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Neither of us sound like a tiny Asian woman, so I don't.
Yeah. So he's like, fuck both of y'all. Oh man. I listened to Roaming Millennials live stream today, and I haven't listened to one live in a long time. Somebody, for the love of God, please tell that gentleman who sits next to her to either move his mic back or turn it the fuck down.
Who's that?
Roaming Millennial, Lauren Chen.
Yeah.
When she does her live stream, there's a guy in there with her. I don't know his name.
Oh, well, see, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, you think Lauren, like, because, either pops the mic or extremes or whatever. I'm like, not Lauren. No. Oh, so you're talking about the guy.
She's
okay.
perfect. And
yeah,
she's
I get
talking.
You.
And then this dude, boom, like, dude, turn it the fuck down. And I tried getting her attention, like, turn it down, please, for the love of God. But yeah, somebody please let her know. She got brigaded by who?
Yeah.
Who the fuck did that?
It wasn't me. The lawyer clearly said 500 yards.
I have the distance marked. I never cross it. It's
this line right here.
There's a chalk line right outside on the sidewalk.
Geode says it's actually her future husband. I thought that's who it was. But again, I don't know his name, which sucks because
Dickie McThieves a lot. That's what
his name is Mimosa.
Lucky Horseshoe Ass is his name. Fucking guy.
Yeah. Sorry for what I'm about to say, Lauren, but you know he's tapping that. So good on you, man. They're gonna make cute little Asian babies. He sucks. I don't, like I said, this was the first time I've been able to catch it, and yeah, I couldn't listen. I had to leave because, damn, motherfucker, move your mic back. Polydove has a better voice, but you have the better energy to make people listen to you. BG, I know I saw you over on Comic Book Curation. You know that's not true. On this, not even on this stream, man. Poly, when he starts raging, man, come on. Well, but when go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just about to say it's not even a question of that. BG loves busting my balls, so I'll take it as another statement of anger. It's fine.
Jay Mizzle, thank you. Now I'm paying money to say Polly's voice is sexy. This is awkward. No, I know BG is a jackass. That's why I love him, and he's fucking with you because he's not allowed to do it to me except on game streams.
Come on, that's BG's one of the people that makes chat fun. Like, you know what I mean?
He's still trying. No, but he only on game streams. But no, that's this is to help you be a better YouTuber out there. If you're gonna like live stream, you will notice your good hosts are more energetic. That's why if you go watch Comic Book Curation, Polly is a little different than he is on this show. He's the one, he takes charge, boom, because that's his job. But when it's not like he's boring when he's talking about shit. Lauren was brigaded by the literal cocksuckers posting porn.
So
wow.
Gay men were posting porn, literal cocksucker. I'm not even trying to crack jokes. I'm trying to understand.
Did this happen? Where did this happen? I mean, they were posting porn in like links in her chat, or did they get her on Twitter? I feel like I missed something. Remember when Polly said the F word like 13 times when ranting about Philly D's take on the Covington kids?
No, I don't specifically remember, but it sounds like something I do. Yeah.
It's just a blur of F words and rage.
Oh man, that backyard video that he made. And then the next day rolled it back, and I was like, fucking yeah, I'm feeling that same bile rise up in my throat thinking about it right now. It just, goddamn.
Jay Mizzle says, I still think the Holocaust isn't real. I disagree with you on that. There may be some questions about some of the numbers, but man, some of the shit that was done over there, I mean, we know it happened. We know it happened. There's evidence. Prospero, I know it's your birthday, but language. What did Prospero say? Oh, she said cocksuckers. She bleeped it. She bleeped the suckers, but not the cocks. I like that. I didn't even notice
that. Oh my God. I read it too, and I still didn't notice.
To respond to Jay Mizzle, I for one think that there is a very high cost to the holograms, because if you look at the holodeck, it very clearly malfunctions every fucking episode of Star Trek.
Yeah, it's not safe.
No, so there is a very real cost to the holodeck.
Prospero says, yes, Polly, and they were doing it in chat. Skeptalk banned about 30 people, he said. Skep said he and Mash and Stan were busy banning. Jesus Christ. Dumbasses. Yeah, the holodeck. When the Next Generation came out, one of the rules Roddenberry gave everybody was we can't rely on the transporters to be our problem all the time.
No, so they made it the holodeck.
Yeah, it's exactly what they did. In the original series, that was a big thing, man. Fuck, the transporters aren't working again. And Roddenberry's like, nobody would use these if they're that unreliable.
Yeah.
And so the writer's like, well, shit, the holodeck's not reliable. It's got safeguards that go out all the time.
Yeah, and it locks people in all the time.
But people, that's the part that kills me, is that the door's shut and they lock people in. It's like, well, we can't open it or everyone inside will die. And I'm like, oh, that's some written bullshit. Fucking force the door with a space crowbar. Come on.
You got a phaser, motherfucker. Cut it. That's what Carlos Maza calls his hindquarters, the holodeck. Nah, Prospero. I like when she gets dirty.
Everybody knows it's 10 forward.
Oh. It's all right. It's late enough in the show. YouTube, if they were listening, they're like, fuck it, we're not listening anymore. Somehow you guys managed to get on Star Trek again. Who did that? Who brought up the holodeck?
I was answering that super chat question.
Oh yeah, there you go. Man, Star Trek's a good show. You should watch it if you haven't.
That's right.
That's why my ship doesn't have a holodeck. You know, I've actually wanted to play Star Trek online. It looks so fun, but there's two reasons I haven't. One, I don't want to spend a day and a half downloading the damn thing. Do you remember when games came on discs?
Mm-hmm. You mean the old days? Yeah.
Yeah. Back when it was yours. I mean, even then it really
license to it.
Yeah. We're gonna sell you a license. Oh man. Let's see. It's only dangerous if there are slutty girls on the deck. Now, let's be honest. If you had access to a holodeck,
oh, you know it's going to be just raging porn orgies.
Right. There's going to be. And what happens when you splooge? Does it just like land on the floor, or does it automatically clean it up?
No, it's going to be on the floor. There's some poor maintenance guy that spent 5 years cleaning up jizz out of the holodecks.
They address that on Deep Space Nine.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. Because Quark has the holo suites. They don't call them holodecks because they're not decks on a ship, right? But yeah, anyway, he tells his brother Rom, blah blah blah, gets in some argument with him. He goes, I've had it with you. Go clean out the holo suites. He goes, but the Klingons were just there and they were running those programs.
Oh. Yeah, they never really addressed that on the Next Generation. You know, somebody would do that.
You know, that's what killed me about that one episode. I'm going to get into some like hammer level detail arguments here, but there was one episode in the first, it was the first season where the drunk Irishman in space came on board.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this one of the women from this group of space Irishmen was cleaning up, and Riker says, you don't really need to do that. The ship cleans itself. And I thought that, and I was like, what? How? Like, what do you mean? Like, does it actually like phaser refuse and evaporate it? Are you talking about like the surfaces are dust free, that the dust somehow like statically floats above surfaces and won't land on it? And she was cleaning up a bale of hay. How the fuck is a ship going to clean that up? What does it do? Beam it out into space?
2 words. Space Roomba.
Real quick, I'm being told that Jay Mizzle tried to super chat and it gave an error message. They were trying to say sub to Sinatra says. Oh Jesus, did his name get banished too? Somebody, well, no, they were able to type it into chat. But there's things that you can type into chat you can't type into super chat. Shit. That'll suck. Oh, it's not like he can get one right now anyway. He's got to wait a fucking month. Nope. Message not sent. Edit and try again. Jesus fuck. YouTube, really?
The unpersoning begins anew.
Sinatra's joining the monkey club. Like, we can't say your name. We're he's who shan't be named. Oh my god.
Supporting everyone. That's lovely.
Just wait until there's a space Roomba incident. I'm surprised there wasn't one. By the end of Next Generation, they were really having to dig for problems on the ship.
Well, in real life, we have these devices that you could put in medical rooms, and it shoots out ultraviolet light, but it will blind you even if you have your eyes closed. So
really?
You can't be in the room with it. Yeah, I was watching this Future Tech show on History Channel. But it's this big fuck off device that looks like a Star Trek thing, and it just shoots this purple light out, and it will kill all the germs and everything. So they could have had something like that malfunction or get messed with. That could have been cool.
Sinister Gaming, thank you so much. Mic check 1 2. And Check Your Logic brings up a good point. Maybe you can't say sub to at all anymore because of Christ Church.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Did y'all see Matt's video on this? No, he was arguing with me in chat on Lords of the Night, though. We had a little bit of an argument because of the socialism is for figs shirt. Crowder explains in his live stream he did today. He explains the kind of thinking that went behind that shirt. Scribe is like, I'm not going to believe it's anything other than it was meant to look like fags. And that's fine. Prospero, thank you so much. That is so generous of you. Tess, sub to Sinatra says, irony alert, money goes to Lunchables. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And happy birthday. It's your birthday. You're not supposed to be giving me money on your birthday. I mean, you can. I'll take it. Because I need to start hoarding it. But I think Crowder, look, if you make a joke and it's purposefully vague to fuck with stupid people, and they look at it and go, that says socialism is for fags, that's on them. Yes, he's fucking with people because they don't understand. And in super chat tonight, somebody dropped a super chat that said, "Don't be niggardly." Yeah, they're fucking with people who don't understand what that word means. But you can't say, yeah, they're actually trying to say the N-word. No, that it's a different fucking word. Anyway, yeah, and Matt, like, if you believe that, then you're just dumb. Like, okay, I'll just be dumb. His adapt to survive comment pissed me off. He's not wrong about that part, Prospero. Like I said to YouTube, if they change the rules, I'm fine. It's their platform. I don't like it, and I'll argue against it, but I'll do so in the context of playing within the rules. You play within the rules until you can get the rules changed. I mean, what are you doing there?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, that's a link to the machine I was talking about.
Oh, wow.
There's a video on it on YouTube.
I feel like that shouldn't be a thing.
No, it kills those super bugs, the super contagious shit.
Oh, will it get rid of super herpes? Or what is it, super gonorrhea?
Yeah, if it's in the room, but not
on a person.
You. No, it can like fuck you up real bad if you are exposed to it, I guess.
Well, yeah, because it just kills everything in its path.
You're gonna go blind. You probably won't have any probiotics in your stomach anymore.
Right. No, but to Matt's point, yeah, you do have to change if the platform is, if you want to stay on it. I really don't. It's stupid. I hate how they keep saying as an open platform. Wait,
not an open platform anymore.
You're not even close. How can you come out and say as an open platform, we're going to start censoring the fuck out of people? That's not what open means, dumbass. Prospero says my issue is the situational principles. Fair enough. That's fair. But there's also the issue of needing to play within the rules if you want to play. You cheat when you can. God knows I have. That's why I'm really thinking I should probably just go through and delete my whole fucking library. Because, guys, if you do have a channel and you're worried about this kind of stuff, just putting videos on private or unlisted, that does not help. That does not stop YouTube from coming after you for those videos. You actually have to get them off the platform. Jay Mizzle, thank you so much. Sub to Sinatra says, remove parentheses. I got what you mean there. I got what you meant. And yes, sub to Sinatra, good friend. Yeah, me and Sinatra started together basically. Bear pulled us into a networking group. There was a bunch of us, and we go in there, and people would say horrible things, make horrible jokes, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, but there were a lot of us in there. Tailed and Bloodwing, me, Sinatra, Bear, of course, Scribe. Yeah, Bear used to network like a motherfucker, and I was just like, eh. Anyway, look at this emoji. I'm looking. I can't tell what that is. Is that a monkey?
Yeah, it's a little wrench monkey.
Ah, gotcha. Excuse me. We'll be wrapping up soon because I'm getting there, man. I'm finally fucking getting there. I'm calming. Yeah. I'm calm, man. My headache's gone. I'm calming down. I am wondering, and I asked this on Lords of the Night. I don't know if this would be a problem. There are video games out there where not only do you kill Nazis who are on the screen, but you play as Nazis.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering what happens to those. I'm wondering if that gets people struck. Like, can you not play those games anymore because, yeah, you're technically playing as a Nazi. One of my favorite games is Silent Hunter 3. 4 and 5 were okay, but 3 is just fucking excellent. You play as a fucking U-boat commander. You couldn't show that on YouTube anymore because technically you're a Nazi?
Yeah, I think you got a 50-50 chance these days.
It's so weird. And they said they're going to come out and they're going to clarify the rules. Well, you did clarify the rules in that fucking post you made. You told them what the fuck you meant, and now you gotta go. See, I'm getting pissed again. This was annoying. This was really stupid. Really stupid. It didn't have to happen this way. YouTube, all you got to do, let us know it's coming. Let us know exactly what's coming and give us a grace period. Look, you got this much time to fix your shit. I don't want to have to go through all my videos and go, is this one going to get me in trouble? But I'd rather do that than lose my whole fucking channel in one day with no notice of what the fuck I did wrong. Will it be equal though? Will communist videos get hit? No. As far as I know, it's just the Nazi propaganda.
Perceived Nazi propaganda.
Yeah, perceived. No, it's literally even if it's a joke. I mean, anything is what they said. So we'll see what happens. Can you say papers, please? Yeah, I don't know. Would Wolfenstein, how do you say that? Wolfenstein?
I don't think it matters.
Well, Krasenstein was actually EI, so I'm saying Steen. Would Wolfenstein be banned? Probably. There's Nazi imagery in there. If blind people are Nazis, does that mean YouTube is ableist? Oh, I see what you did there. Nazis. Took me a second. Susan and her team should be fired. Look, Susan Wojcicki is not a good executive. She has made choice after choice or approved choice after choice that are just bad. Just bad for the platform.
But good for social justice. Let me grab a Streamlabs real quick.
Sure.
Thank you, Prospero, for the healthy donation. Dry out fund. Yeah, I'll be replacing some furniture soon. So
that's some towel fund.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce Albert Einstein? That's how I always heard it, Einstein. So I don't know. But yeah, Susan. What should have happened with the whole PewDiePie thing long ago, the stuff that kicked off all of this shit, is she should have said, "Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves." The advertisers would have come back. But instead she cowed, and you can't bend for people. You give an inch, they'll take a foot. That's I thought that was common knowledge. But she did, and that's why we're now at the point that it's not just actual horrible videos like the beheadings. It's, you said Mexican. Mexican. For
Yeah.
fuck's sake. He called me a Mexican.
I don't understand how that's an insult. Was the guy Puerto Rican or something?
I actually read in that article this morning that he's Cuban, I think.
Oh,
But even if he is, I mean, that's not a fucking insult. It's like looking at a white person and going, he's French, and they're going, no, I'm English. Oh, all right. He's Latino. Calling a gay Mexican is so mean, right? But he's not actually, according to that article, he's not actually Mexican. He's Cuban, but he might be both. He might be mixed. I don't know. The article just said he's from Cuba. I have no idea.
Come on, that guy, you can never get a straight answer out of him anyway.
Sure.
I don't know. Which way would I be able to be more offended? You know, it's his whole shtick.
Well, they have said that everything Crowder called him, he called himself. So I wonder if there's video out there of him calling himself a Mexican. Latinx, yeah, he says that sometimes. How long have we been going? Because I've been up since like 7:30, and I'm like fading fast.
I have 100 minutes on my screen.
Shit. I try to hit the 2-hour mark every time. Straight answer, hate speech, right? I saw the comment section of another video that he's Cuban. Yeah, I mean that's what was in the Washington Post article this morning. I get it. You can't get a straight answer out of him. Good one. Did you even catch that, Polly?
No.
Polly's being accidentally homophobic. Crowder's from Canada, so he'd be Canadian Mexican. He's a Camexican.
Camexican.
He's Camexican.
Northern Mexico.
That makes sense.
So that's really northern Mexico. Got to go over the land bridge of America. Oh, man. Oh, that's right. D-Day, isn't it? Oh, man. Piers Morgan just posted this picture. Can you even fucking imagine, man?
No.
Look, no. Fuck no.
Nope.
M42's up there on the fucking hill.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just Jesus Christ. You fucking hornet's nest walking straight into it, like into a buzzsaw. Unfucking believable.
And
I mean, just the pants shitting terror of being there.
You know, we've seen, I'm sure we've all seen those memes of, this was 18-year-olds, 90 years, 50 years ago, whatever it was, years ago. And it shows the guys storming Normandy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll show the millennials. This is 18-year-olds today. I get what they're saying there, but I'm not sure I could storm that beach. I'd be jumping off the back of the boat going, And I get it. Go ahead.
Well, it's just, oh Christ, I forgot his name. Ken Burns, documentary filmmaker, made a 9-part series, very well known Civil War documentary. Mm-hmm. And one of the people that he interviews in there is an historian by the name of Shelby Foote. And he's talking about different times that have, during the Civil War, that had casualty counts that we can't imagine in modern warfare.
Yeah.
Like, 10,000 men. And it's like, that wasn't uncommon. Cold Harbor, 30, 40,000 men dead. Like, just unbelievable. Like, where did you put the bodies? Like, it's just mind blowing. And that's like why Civil War battlefields are absolutely hallowed ground,
Yes.
And he's talking about that idea. It's like, a lot of people say, I wouldn't go do it. And he goes, if you think about it, the courage that it would take to say, no, sir, I'm not going over that hill.
Sure.
Actually take, and he put it in that way, and he made that interesting point is like, this is the power of camaraderie. I'm not going to allow my friends to go over there alone. And he said, and one of the most common charges that they would, the officers would yell is, do your duty, and there's no safe place. Standing here, standing there, it's a rain of fire and cannon fire, musket balls and cannon fire. You could get blown up standing here as much as you could standing over there. You stand next to the tree, you think you're safe. No, do your duty. There's no safe place. And there's a kind of, he describes it as a kind of a serenity that soldiers would describe comes over them in their correspondence, where it's like, and those kind of things I think about, and it's like, yeah, and that's why you respect a veteran, because they've been through stuff and fought things that, you know, you won't know any part of. And
Well,
it may seem crass to bring it up, but why I get so inconsolably angry when you hear people like Riley Dennis say, no Marine ever did anything as brave as Christine Blasey Ford just did. And it's like, you make me fantasize about violence when you say things that are that insulting and disrespectful.
Yes. Man, so you just said it and I got fucking mad. Dangerous Spaces says, if I was getting shot at, I think it would do several duties. Yeah, probably. There's also the fact that back then, man, you say no, they'll put a bullet in you right there. We don't do that anymore, but yeah, you don't want to be the one who didn't go out there with your brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, the bravery of the motherfuckers, man, that is insane. Just looking at that picture, that is insane.
Yeah.
And the world is what it is because of those men. Fucking Germans. Always the fucking Germans, man.
Yeah, keep an eye on them. Anybody wears lederhosen for fun, troublemakers.
Oh God.
And now you have basically a European super state led by the Germans,
Run by the Germans. Without a shot fired. Telling other countries, no, you can't leave. I'm like, are you serious? Oh man.
Well, people are a little too quick to draw direct comparisons. I think it's odd. I think it's unfortunate. I think it's coincidental, but it is not, you know, Hitler taking the Rhineland. It's not the same thing.
No, it's not. Nothing's being taken by force yet. But when you get to the point where you're telling these countries they can't leave, is it really that different?
And I hear you. That question will be able to be asked most justifiably when it's like, you can't leave. Well, we are. Now what?
Well, that's
you know, like
the scary part. That's the scary part with the idea of the European army. Because then you get to where we were back in 1860. You can't leave. I'm leaving. No, you're not. And the only answer there is violence. I mean, what else do you do? Especially if you're one of the inland countries that's surrounded by the rest of the EU.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do? Yeah. I don't think they'll fire on their own people. Well, we did.
Yeah. Civil War, like we're talking about, 30, 40,000 dead. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
And I hope it wouldn't come to that. I hope what would happen is like America would step in and other countries said, no, they're going if they want to. But I don't know that we would step in like that, because at that point, you're talking about World War III.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. A European army needs to not happen. Just don't. Eagle says military in Europe is a joke right now. I
assure you that if the Germans are put in charge, they'll be very ship-shaped very quickly.
Yeah. Look what I mean, do you guys realize how fast they got everything together for World War II? I mean, they were decimated by World War I, and we put so many fucking penalties on them. And they did that shit in secret. Germans they're crazy, man. Anyhow. Yeah, D-Day. I'm sitting here thinking about, I'm upset about this whole fucking YouTube thing. Perspective's a bitch. These guys were like, they're firing machine guns at me, and I got to run through this fucking water that's going to slow me down up this beach, past those fucking trappy things. What are those called? Does anybody know?
No, I don't. I don't. Yeah, to stop landing units and tanks and such. Yeah.
Yeah, the big spikes.
Yeah, the barricade things.
And try to get up to up to the fucking cliff. Jesus, fuck yeah. You know what? My day's not so bad. Well, the age-old question should be asked: why should the Germans inherit the earth? They just want to. I mean, they seem driven. It would take a while. We would know. Would we? I mean, how much do we really? Well, we could even know. And what are we going to do? Stop them? And tell them they can't build tanks and planes? Seriously, what are we going to tell? What are we going to do? We're not going to attack fucking Germany and France.
Well, like you said they did it in secret. The Germans did it in secret. They didn't. They just they're over decades, over years rather. They the arguments were made that the conditions after World War I were far too penalizing, and so concessions were made, and it's like more tonnage of ships at sea and more armaments and. Yeah, it's out in the open. It's just, are you willing to go to war over it? And of course, Chamberlain and many of the British weren't either. They were sympathetic to the Germans afterwards. Like, look how hard they got beat down over this.
Yeah, they really did.
Because the war was a long time ago, right? And so a new mindset comes in where it's like, we're punishing people that weren't even fighting in the war, if you know what I mean, like in terms of the limitations. Right. So a lot of their rearmament they did in the open.
But the World War I ended in what? Was it 2019? Yeah.
Well, depends on which country you count it for, right?
Right. But then, I mean, World War I didn't really, or World War II didn't really start to what? 39?
Well, September 1st, 1939 is the general date given for the invasion of Poland. But I mean, Hitler was doing invasions of lands with German-speaking peoples, and
So yeah, punishing him for 20 years later, I would probably be sympathetic. I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on, man, let him eat. 1918, end of World War I. See, you guys are saying 14 to 18. We were always taught 15 to 19. That's what I was taught in school. That's the cutest, most badass thing I've ever heard. I don't know what Crack said, but cool. Cracked, what the hell did you say? Oh, I got top chat on YouTube. Fix your shit. The tank traps were called Czech hedgehogs. Were they really? That's interesting. Anyhow, the European Union scares me, guys. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. It's different when it's just an economic bloc, but they're trying to turn it into an actual union. Like a country, one country. That's some scary shit. The next country that goes, we want to leave. No, you can't. You belong to us now.
Yeah, the hardest country that's going to have a time leaving is whatever one's next.
Yep. Because that's
we'll see how them Italian elections come out.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, everybody's watching, the Russians and the Chinese, and I'm worried about what happens in Europe, man, because that's where it always kicks off, for fuck's sake. Those crazy bastards. You can't leave the Fourth Reich, no doubt, Oki. With that, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up. I think I'm going to go to bed. Fuck, I'm tired. Before I get to chat, gentlemen, seriously, I was still wound up. You guys helped me when I was watching your show, and talking with you now, I've calmed way down, and I want to thank you for that. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Glad to help. Glad we could help,
man.
I don't deal with stress well. Chat, you guys, thank you for coming and hanging out. I love you guys. You're amazing. You are also part of the relaxation, getting to talk with you guys, and yes, treat me like a dog. Thank you so much for the super chats and the Streamlabs, and for supporting the gentleman on the stream. Don't forget, we're about to pimp them out. Make sure you pay attention. Polly, anything you'd like to pimp out tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to pimp out my channel, which is just over at /Polydub, right there. And we just did a stream a little while ago, but YouTube really needs to fix their shit. We had video problems during the whole stream, and I had to rejoin and stuff. And we didn't end up doing comic book pitches at the end. So we are going to do a second comic book curation stream sometime this weekend. I'm going to get together with the fellas, Jack and Quiz, and we'll figure out a good time to do it. And yeah, so you can look forward to that. And plus, I got 2 different edited videos that I'm working between. I should really just focus on one and finish it instead of trying to do 2 at the same time, slower, you know? But anyway, yeah, new stuff coming up. So by all means, check it out on my channel. If you like what you see, by all means, subscribe and like.
Yes, please go check them out. Jay Mizzle says, Monkey, say my name. I'm in at the first 5 minutes. I'm not doing the screaming anymore, guys. That's got to be cut out for podcasting. Do I have my fucking headphones on backwards? No, okay. I don't know why I just worried about that. Jack, what would you like to pimp out tonight?
I was on Polly's channel earlier, so check out our show, and then there's my channel link.
All right. And tonight is what, Thursday?
Yeah.
We will be over on Satsu 2 Cents for Lords of the Night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, guys. Make sure you come check that out. I'm not sure if we're gaming tonight. We talked about doing some Division 2 over on 2 Cents Plus, but then we talked about doing some more 7 Days to Die. I don't know. Make sure you follow Satsu and my cousin Angry Monkey 422 over on the Twitter machine, and you watch the show. We'll tell you. I'd like to thank the audience for coming and hanging out. You guys are amazing. Oh, I also made a video today. Check it out. Thanks for coming, guys. You guys are amazing. Love you. Polly, Jack, thank you guys so much for joining me. Everybody, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.